Y'all didn't think the beard was gonna forget y'all, did you? No way, Jose. It's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas if this is the first video you're watching from me tonight. But I never miss a chance to drink some delicious Belgian beer. It's my favorite category. And we're doing Deliriun Noel. I'm gonna butcher this, so I'm gonna spell it at first. It's from Huygh. I don't know how to pronounce this, so we'll say Huygh. I'm just gonna say Huygh. Brewery in Belgium since 1654. Little interesting note. I also got taken to an Australian website with this beer. But the Belgian brewery is right here. It even has like a Belgian family brewer's sticker on here. I don't know if they import to Australia. I don't know if Huygh Brewery is like a German corporate conglomerate. I don't know. It says a family brewery right here, so I don't know. I'm confused on why they have an off Australian website, and then there's like a bunch of different brands they also make under that, so that's why I kind of get the corporate conglomerate notion. But it says a family brewery right here on the bottle. Brewed in Melgent, Belgium, so they're definitely not Australian. I don't have a lot to say. I will say, right before I did this, I watched Ronald Terrio's review of this from 4 years ago, and he had a cool little history lesson on Belgium in that video. So if you know who Ronald Terrio is, or you're looking for a new beer reviewer to watch, go watch Ronald Terrio's review of this. Good little review. It's not a Chimay beer, and man, I forgot to use my chalice for my Chimay Dory review. So there's that. But I have a chalice now for this, and I'll be using it for the other 3 Chimay beers that I'll probably be reviewing tomorrow for Christmas. Untapped has this listed as a winter warmer. That's not a beer category to me. This is as volatile as Ronald Terrio's was. His actually blew up on him. I'm gonna have to be careful with this so I can drink it. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, Untapped has it listed as a winter warmer. And I'm okay if you're not going to have a style that's like recognized by the BJCP, but winter warmer is not a beer style, period. Point blank. I've also seen it listed as a Belgian dark strong ale, and it is 10% ABV, so it's not a sessionable beer. Definitely meant to be drank by itself, or maybe with another one right behind it by a warm fire, or you know, around this time of year at Christmas. It's Christmas beer. It's also known as Delirium Christmas. So the appearance. Definitely like a dark amber. I hate using this because I just learned about this descriptor, but fancier people call it dark chestnut. I definitely get the dark chestnut. Little cool fact: there's a fleur de lis etched into the bottom of my chalice, and it's making the carbonation do a cool little dance in my chalice. A lot of carbonation going on. I don't suspect there's any particulate matter floating around. I think that's just the carbonation. look at the head retention. It's not hardly gone down at all. Definitely a frothy, thick foam. Got some foam up my nose. I don't know if you saw me jump. Full of bread. Full of bread. And that's why I love these Belgian beers. I still do love malty beers, but I don't think I'm a big fan of like caramel. I like more of the bready stuff. I get a tinge of the alcohol. And yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Ronald Theriault. He mentions that it's not an exotic beer with all these different characteristics. I think it's just a good staple Belgian strong ale. So I agree with Ronald that there's not a lot of complexity to this beer. Just a deep, rich, malt and bready character with some spices in there. Yeah, basically what I'm getting. Gonna attempt to drink this without getting a mustache. We'll see what happens. Okay, it is a little darker than I thought. Yeah, the palate, this is gonna sound a little weird, but the palate tastes like a darker beer than the aroma would have you believe. It's got that rich bready character with the spices. There's something else in there with that bread and the spice, and I can't necessarily articulate it. It's got there's like a bubblegummy thing going on in there, similar to what I get in Belgian quads. Well, I've only had 2 Belgian quads ever, but in the second Belgian quad I had, I got a lot of bubble gum in it. And I'm kind of getting some bubble gum here. There is some carbonation going on in here. It's not terribly prickly on the tongue though. I'm getting a little alcohol. Man, just a tinge. For 10%, you could basically say it's maxed. I mean, you gotta be looking for it. And then that underlying German, Belgium bitterness from the hops. Not aromatic, it's not flavorful. It's just there to kind of round off the beer and give it a little bit more complexity. Yeah, that's roughly all I'm getting. Bubblegum, bready malt, kind of like a light to medium maltiness, breadiness. There's some spices in here. Underlying hops, just pretty standard. Belgian dark strong ale. I would think if I'd had some more, I could definitely verify that. Viscosity is light to medium. Not medium, but it's not the thinnest beer of all time. And just I mean, you have to look for it hard to get the alcohol. I enjoy this beer, but I don't find the bubblegum character to be something I quite enjoy. To me, bubblegum character just kind of cheapens a beer in terms of flavor, in my opinion. It's just my palate. It may not be your palate. If you enjoy a little bit of bubblegum in your beer, by all means, enjoy this beer. I think it's a pretty standard good beer. Yeah, if you're a fan of like Trappist beers or German beers or even high ABV beers, or like Belgian quads, this isn't a Belgian quad, but it has some Belgian quad characteristics. I don't even know if it's a Belgian triple or double even. It's just a Belgian beer, Belgian ale. So yeah, if any of that sounds interesting, then I would recommend this to you. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It's a really good beer. It's in like the low excellent range. Just bubblegum's kind of a turn off to me. But it's still a good beer. It's still something I'm fine with drinking. It's an easy drinking beer, to say the least, for 10% alcohol. Yeah, Huygh Brewery, Amber Beer, Noel Christmas. Until next time, guys, Merry Christmas.